Coming to 10 most common Hadoop-able problems. See all the 10 problems. Just have a walk through all the 10 problems. Just see the 10 problems. Modeling true risk, customer churn analysis. Let's go one by one. Coming to modeling true risk. Up to now in the banking domain, most of the bank transactions are going through the mainframe system. Yesterday we discussed OLTP, OLAP, right?
Yes.
The mainframe system stores all the data for 3 months, only for 3 months. Let us say it cannot store. After 3 months, what happens? Yesterday we have discussed. After 3 months, they will dump the data into
The OLAP.
data warehouse. Let us say like Teradata, Exadata,
Hmm.
or they will archive the data. Archiving means from the disk to tapes. They will archive the data. Archiving tapes. Have you heard of tapes? Earlier we used
No.
to use tapes. When the hard disk is not there, we used to use tapes, like cassette kind of things, tapes, and they are cheaper than the hard disks. So hard disk data, they will archive onto tapes, and they will store all the tapes in a godown somewhere. And whenever we need the data, they will bring the tape and they will mount the tape, and we can access the data. Normally on mainframe systems.
This was done earlier.
Earlier. And even now the archiving goes on to some cheaper data storage. Not onto the tapes probably, but still on mainframe the archiving is going on to tapes on mainframe, maybe onto a cheaper data storage. Not onto a RAID 1, they may go on to RAID 0. Have you heard of RAID 1, RAID 0? Kind of RAID storage. Okay, we will discuss later on those things. So a cheaper storage. That means if you archive the data, that means archiving is depth of data. Once it is archived, there will be a very less possibility that a person will get back the data. Once it's archived means it is archived. They will not think about the data. But to assess a customer, let us say to assess a customer who is 45 years old and allot a credit rating to the customer, if we analyze just 3 months of data, can we give a correct credit rating?
No.
No. At least we need to analyze 15-20 years of the customer data. So 15-20 years of the customer data, if we want to analyze, all the data need to be available readily. So data need not to be archived. Then only the organization can analyze the risk in a better way. So for the modeling true risk, to stop archiving the data, Hadoop comes into picture. In Hadoop, no need to archive the data. All the data will be available to the user always, because we are going to store the data on cheaper hardware. Not very costly hardware. We are going to store the data in cheaper hardware. So the data will be available always. There is no archiving concept in Hadoop. All the data will be available. All the 20 years data will be available. Now, the organization can access all the 20 years data of the customer, and it will be in a better place to assess the customer whether it can give a loan to the customer or not. Got it right? Coming to the second point, the customer churn analysis. Taking telephone mobile operators as an example, it is very important to know what is making our customers to choose a new provider. An in-depth analysis of the current plans, customers' satisfaction, and competitors' value adds, all these things will give benefit to our organization to deal better with the customers, to stop customers from going to other providers. So all this data we need to store, we need to access all this data. So storage need to be big and processing need to be faster. That is a common Hadoop-able problem. Coming to the third one, recommendation engine. And We no need to speak about recommendation engine. We have already spoken about recommendation engine twice. Amazon
Yes.
example. Coming to ad targeting. The best example of ad targeting, yesterday we have discussed Facebook.
Yes.
What is the revenue model of the Facebook?
Advertisement.
Advertisements. Only that is the revenue model of the revenue comes from ads for Facebook.
Yeah.
As long as they target their ads to the right people, their return on investment ROI improves. If Facebook is not targeting the right people, if Facebook is giving the ads without targeting the right people, then I will not go to Facebook to add my company.
Yes.
They have to target it correctly.
Hmm.
So for an example, you can go to Facebook happily, and you can build your own ad, and you can see all the options. How Facebook gives you the options. Facebook gives the options like, shall the ad need to go to 10,000 people, or do the ad need to go to only the people who are interested about your website, only the people who clicked on your website, and all these things. Options will be there at the Facebook. So you can choose all the options, and here Hadoop plays an important role in the ad targeting. Coming to POS transaction analysis, that means point of sales. By having the point of sales transaction analysis, we can get our sales to be targeted in the right place. That means, suppose in my area, let us say in Mumbai, the point of sales, a product of my company, a juice, let us say a lemon juice, it is being sold heavily. So I can send more juice over there. Retailers would get more benefit out of it. The point
Hmm.
of sales analysis. And the next one is analyzing network data to predict failure. Yesterday we have discussed about this. And the next one is threat analysis. Spams and viruses come into threat analysis. And the next one is trade surveillance. There is a word called insider trading. Have you ever heard of insider trading?
No.
Yeah, insider trading is something like, suppose I have a company called X, and my company, all the companies, for every 3 months they will announce the results, the financial results. The companies, do you know about these things? Otherwise,
No.
yeah, they will announce the financial results for every 3 months. The financial results are very secret. After announcing the financial results, if the results are good, suddenly the company price will go up. If the results are very
Hmm.
good, if the company makes profit, then the results will go up. And the inside people who already know the results, they may affect the company price before announcing the results, because they know before the company announces the results, inside the people who are working for the company, they may get to know some information about the results. So they will be grabbing the shares from the market time to time. So these kind of insider trading techniques can be avoided or can be analyzed using the trade surveillance. That is a common
Okay, but
Hadoop-able
like
problem. Yes, please.
uh this trade insider problem will be like more will happen more if we have the Hadoop, like we have the more data access, so we can internally predict whether the shares are going to
Yes,
rise or
yes.
not.
Normally, NYSE will do that. New York Stock Exchange. We do not have access to all the data. New York Stock Exchange will access to all the petabytes of data, and the data will be continuously monitored. Yesterday's data, today's data, ongoing data, that will be continuously monitored, and there will be some algorithms to generate the report. This stock is behaving peculiarly, and then go further analysis on the stock, and they will come to know whether insider trading is happening or not. That kind of.
Okay.
Coming to the 9, search quality. Search quality, the best example is Google. If you
Hmm.
search for something, it will not give something else, right?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly what you want. The search quality Google is giving. This is by building all the indexes and doing a lot of background work, the Google. So it is a common Hadoop-able problem because the Google is working with petabytes of data. So when you search for something, it need to give the results in a couple of seconds. If they give the results in minutes or hours, we will not go to Google. So search quality, that is a common Hadoop-able problem. And the last one is data sandbox. And this is very kind of common. We have discussed 10 minutes ago. No need to kill the data by archiving to tapes. Organizations can dump their data into Hadoop. No need to, suppose the mainframe data, after mainframe 3 months, the mainframe data, normally we will send it to tapes, or we will archive the data. No need to archive the data from mainframe, dump it to Hadoop. Normally this is happening nowadays. Many organizations are doing this. From the mainframe, they are dumping the data into Hadoop. On the Hadoop,
But
they are
what
writing.
is data? Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, data sandbox is kind of can be used as data sandbox. Data sandbox, normally we will call the Teradata systems or Exadata systems as data sandboxes. Instead of those systems, we can bring in Hadoop, which has no limitations and which can give us the result in milliseconds kind of.
Like data sandbox is another database?
Data sandbox, no, it is a general term used where you throw all the archivable data. Suppose if you are throwing all the data to be archived into Teradata, you will call it a sandbox. Sandbox is a
I will
general
call
term.
Teradata as the sandbox.
Teradata, Oracle, anything. Whenever you are throwing old data into something, a warehouse can be called as sandbox. That can be replaced with Hadoop now.